Fire mango. Let's fucking go.
Oh my gosh. What was that? Oh no, Badger. Did Badger do something with the, stream things? Uh-oh. Hello, Mr. Mango. How are you?
Fire mango. He did some stuff.
It's so funny hearing your thing from the chat. Ooh, give me
Fire
a second.
mango. He turned on TDS.
Oh, that's what it is. Oh yeah. Okay. Then I need to fix that because I don't know how I will manage that. I'm sorry, give me a second. I'm
Fire
discombobulated.
You should probably learn how to turn that off.
Oh gosh, yes, most certainly. Okay. I need to get back on the studio.
Fire mango. Should be in rest room.
Thank you very much, Mr. Mango. I hope you're doing better. Badger said you might have been dying. Oh no, how do I... Okay, there's my studio.
Fire mango. I'm not actually, I'll have some infections going on.
There we go. Hello. Hey everyone. Especially you, Mr. Mango. Ooh, infections. That's not good. In fact, that's very terrible. What did you do, Mr. Mango, sir?
Fire mango. I have orchitis. Fire mango. So that's fun.
Mr. Mango, sir. That's not fun. That's not fun at all. Have you been consulted about it?
Fire mango. They got me on pain meds and some medicines for it.
Well, Mr. Mango, sir, did they give you an idea of how you contracted such a thing?
Fire mango. Yeah, I went in this morning, it's been going on for like 4 days.
Because people don't just randomly get epidemio-orchitis. Were they able to determine the cause?
Fire mango. I mean, they went over the normal causes, but they don't know, and I don't know how I got it.
Okay, well, I am going to take a guess that Something hit you in the balls hard enough to cause internal inflammation and possibly some minor hemorrhaging. That's basically the usual cause of bronchitis. I am very sorry, dear sir. This is going to hurt for a while. It might take even a month.
Fire mango. Something like that, I don't know, it hurts and we're chilling.
Well, I highly recommend Kratom. Like what Eli sent to me. It's a good thing when it comes to managing pain. And then it's a lot
Fire
cheaper
mango.
than prescription.
But I also got to get some piece of soen thing removed out of the bottom of my foot again, so that's all infected LMAO and hurts.
Oh God, Mr. Mango, sir. You need antibiotics. You can get some pretty good full spectrum antibiotics from alternative sources. I am actually worried about you, young sir. So I do ask, please at least look into it. There are OTC, antibacterials and antibiotics you can get.
Fire mango. Don't worry, I'm on all the medicines and shit, got it all today.
Okay. Is your pain level at a 10? A 5? Or somewhere else? Because if it's manageable and you are comfortable, then it might be okay. Oh yes,
Fire mango. Pain's mostly fine as long as I just don't walk.
Ooh. Well.
Fire mango. And keep my balls propped up, LMAO.
Oh gosh, yes, indeed. If you have like a old compress, they usually helps to put under a patient's testes, under their scrotum. But it can't be, freezing. It has to be, like cold water, but not freezing cold, if you know what I mean. So, as long as you might be okay.
Fire
That's what I
mango.
care about.
Nah, I get it.
Okay. Well?
Fire mango. Anyways, how's it been?
How to answer that? Well, we have more security at my apartment now. Thanks to, so there's a lot of, like, federal agents, and there's a lot more, like, state enforcement, that's here now. And there's, like, extra other federal agencies nearby, so I'm a lot safer now. In fact, the most commotion that I've had recently has been all the people that they have been, finding in these apartments, and they've come and taken them away. So that's nice. Everything's a lot quieter, too, and people seem a little happier. So yeah, hopefully no more shootings. But yeah, so I was supposed to be off this weekend, but we had a lot of emergencies. Because of, well, rioters and there was a few machete attacks because of some illegals on real citizens. So we had to deal with that. Oh gosh, one of my patients he had his face completely split open, like a chopped watermelon. It was really scary to deal with because someone just ran up to him with a machete, an illegal, and they just smashed him in the face with it. He's lucky it was a clean cut, but he's gonna have a lot of he will have a lot of problems for the rest of his life from this. But he'll still be functional. But yeah, we were dealing with things like that this weekend. So my days off were kinda canceled. Otherwise, I'm okay. Just, I
Fire
got a little
mango.
freaked out.
Damn.
Yeah, it was horrific. And then, one of them was a younger person. And, he also got attacked by a guy with a machete, but it was on his arm. And thankfully, it stopped at the bone. So it was his forearm. And thankfully, because of how he twisted his arm to block the attack, it just chopped clean into the bone and didn't do any further. And then the guy ran off. So that one wasn't so bad. But yeah, it was stuff like that. A few stabbings. We had a couple of shootings too. Because some people tried to fight the law enforcement, and then there was a robbery. That we had victims of a robbery. One of them got run over. And got one of their legs almost torn off. And then another one got shot a couple times. But they didn't. It was not catastrophic damage, but it was enough to where they would have bled out if they had taken longer. But yeah, they're fine now. They're okay. They're the same one who also, because of like the altercation they got into, had some problems with their balls too. So, so yeah, it's just a little funny. They're okay though. And so is everyone else. The stabbing victim, they were an 11-year-old, and they were trying to rob some place. And then I guess they had a fight. And then one of the older ones, stabbed him and left him for the police to catch, so that the cops would stop chasing them. But he knows who they were, so he turned them in. He'll be okay. He'll be okay. But yeah, it was really crazy this weekend. So today I just got a day off, kind of for free, just to make up for it. But yeah,
Fire mango. Again, all I can say is damn.
that is right. And that was one of the words I was using when I saw
Fire mango. But
When I-
that's nice.
when I saw the gentleman with his face chopped open. All I could say was that Damn. And it was very scary to see. I mean, I've studied, wounds like that one, but to see it in real life, I understand why some people, who do this kind of work are a little. What? Oh yeah. Oh yes. I need to figure out the text to speech. I think that's what it was. I know it's a setting thing. Let me see.
Fire Mango. So it should be under Restream. Fire Mango. Not under YouTube anywhere.
Okay. I'm trying to go into chat settings and okay, that's for that.
Fire Mango. Badger turns it on cause I think it's funny he should still be up if you just DM him.
Hey, no, Eli is asleep. He, I was checking on him because he's sick, and I saw his, video about being sick, and so I called him already. But he fell asleep on the phone with me. He's out. Let's see.
Fire Mango. It's like 5 p.m. there also yo it's my brother's birthday and now I'm stuck in bed LMAO.
Aw. Well. Congratulations to your brother for his birthday. Happy birthday to your brother. And hopefully you get better soon, Mr. Mango, sir. Ooh, okay. I think I found it. So if I just switch it. I think all I did was change languages. Oh, wait, it might be,
Fire Mango. Well I go an appointment for my footman day to remove that then he'll probably be off it for a day or two afterwards and then I have a follow-up later with my primary care doctor for my balls. Fire Mango. So probably don't till next week.
Okay, I don't think that was the exact setting I was supposed to mess with.
Fire Mango. LMFAO.
I have to go back into it and look at it again. Okay, oh, So the enable button is the same as the off button. Okay, I think I fixed it. Oh no, Mr. Mango, sir, it's a button that just says to enable. Yeah, I found it. I had to, click on everything. But yeah, it was under, notifications. And it says to enable, but it doesn't say to also disable. It only says enable. And in my brain, enable means only one thing. But it was clickable, so I figured maybe that was it. Okay, we're all fixed now. So, okay. I've moved chat, now I need to move me. Yeah, that's good enough. So, that's fixed. It looks better, honestly. So I actually got a different camera. So it's not my laptop camera anymore. It's a Logitech camera, and it's a 1080p one. So hopefully it helps with things. Oh yes, that's right. Badger asked me to look at something. Yeah, he sent me a link. So, I am somewhat interested in this one. Because I've heard a bit about, Sydney Sweeney. And he seems okay. He doesn't seem like your average Hollywood, entertainment. OnlyFans girl. She doesn't seem like exactly that type. She does seem like, more of a Marilyn Monroe than Roxanne. You know what I mean? She's definitely not a Megan, what's her name? She did that WAP song. I forget the name of the song, though. You might be right, Mr. Mango. Oh yeah, Megan Fox. Yeah, she went off the deep end, but at least she still looks good. Oh yeah, that's right. You're not even in your 20s yet. I keep forgetting that. With that being said, Mr. Fire Mango, sir, are you ready to watch some Shoe on Head with me? Okay, now let me... Let me see... Okay, yes, I wanted to make sure, my sound thing was good. Yep, audio's good. I have my tea. Oh yeah, so Eli sent me something called Kratom. And it's really good. In fact, it's wonderful. And, it's not as long lasting as, edibles. So yes, I am having a wonderful time at the moment. And I have tea. Okay, let's do this. So, from shoe on head, why do women hate Sydney Sweeney? Okay, I pretty liked it because I do like shoe. Okay, let's see what she has. Maybe I need to be bigger. That looks nice enough. But it cuts off my ankles. I like the avatar Badger gave me. She's cute. Okay, let's go.
So, if you've been living under a rock, you probably haven't heard that Sydney Sweeney was in an American Eagle commercial.
Genes are passed down from parents to offspring, often determining traits like hair color, personality, and even eye color. My genes are blue.
So that's the part that some of my coworkers were mad about. So, there are many on staff who are I will say anti-feminine and anti-pretty girls. And some of them definitely do not like me. And I can guess what. A lot of them were talking to me about this as if I would be on their side. Well, all I see is I see things coming back that should have never left. You know? There's nothing wrong with people liking a pretty girl. But there's everything wrong with trying to force people to like things that are not pretty. You know what I mean? Like you said earlier, Mr. Mango Sir. It's most certainly envy and jealousy.
Sydney Sweeney has great genes.
Get it? Jeans? Jeans? Because she's attractive? And she is. I can see why men like her. She has a really cute face and a nice body. But personally, my favorite thing about Sydney Sweeney is that she's a Nazi. Did they mean
Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Oh, oh my. Oh, it's Mr. Wolf. Hello, Mr. Wolf. How are you? We're watching, things about jealous people. And pretty people who other people are jealous of. Hopefully work is doing well, Mr. Wolf. And hopefully you've been good as well. Also, can I just... Eli tells me that all women are bi. Looking at Shu, I believe him. Isn't she beautiful? I think she's beautiful. I very much understand why so many men love her. She's very nice to look at. And she's very, very feminine. Unlike Shu.
But personally, my favorite thing about Sydney Sweeney is that she's a Nazi. Did they mean to include a bunch of Nazi dog whistles in this? How the f did she agree to this? Actual Nazi ad. The only way Sydney Sweeney would be okay with doing an ad like this is if she was a Nazi.
This is Nazi shit.
Yeah, that's about what my coworkers were saying as well. That's exactly what a lot of the people I work with were saying. Why these people are in the industry of caring for people, no matter what, I honestly could not tell you. Oh, Mr. Mango, sir. Oh, indeed. Most certainly. Oh, yes. So, when it comes to, my limited experience with, different communities, based around, proclivities for preference, yeah, that's about it, yeah. You're right, Mr. Mango, sir. Very much so. It has more to do, I think, with the physical rather than, you know, actual romance or, you know, the other human thing. You know? As Badger says, it's all hedonism. And I agree. I'm definitely a hedonist for him. Well, that's good to hear, Mr. Wolf. Oh, yes. Most certainly. Most certainly. I mean, I have not met any other women that would deny the possibility or the chance that they would, do sexual things with other women. And I think that has more to do with, physical thing. Oh, yes, most certainly. Yeah, that's about what my coworkers were saying, Mr. Wolf. And Mr. Mango. Oh, yes, Mr. Mango, sir. I've been called a Nazi twice. Oh, yes. But it's very funny because, I'm nowhere close to what people consider the traditional, Aryan type. Because I'm more mixed than anything else. I'm like Badger in that way. I'm a bit of a mutt. But you're very much right. The more people use the word and cry wolf with it, the less the word means anything when it's truly applied. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Archer is a great show. Oh, yeah, that's why I don't blame some people for believing in the black fatigue thing. You know? I do not blame them one bit. Because it's all the result of these people being treated, well, very terribly. So when you treat people like shit, then what reason do they have not to be? But yes, I understand that. And like Badger, just like Eli, I don't blame them for it. That being said, let's see what else that Miss Shu has for us.
About the ad that is being racist.
Some of you guys might be too young to remember, but back in the day when an ugly girl was jealous of a pretty girl, she would simply call her a whore. But that's a good thing now, so we have to call her racist. I am going to be completely honest, I have no idea what movies
So true. So true.
Sydney Sweeney is in. All I know, she is a very popular celebrity, and I always see discourse on Twitter about her being mid. What is wrong with you people? Who is not mid nowadays? I saw Anne Hathaway get called mid the other day. Anne Hathaway. If these women are mid, I'm like a sub-zero. I'm like a -2. I am like a horseshoe crab on the bottom of the ocean. Horseshoe crabs are pretty basic.
So, let me go back a bit.
Some of you guys might be too young to remember, but back in the day when an ugly girl was jealous of a pretty girl, she would simply call her a whore. But that's a good thing now, so we have to call her racist.
A good thing according to, those who don't have any morals or ethics. Like I said in one of the videos I did, one of the, other videos I did, this is all very much just based upon what seems to me very much like a sick and very, corrupted culture and society we have. And I think it's because we're a matriarchy. And as one of the few women who has awareness of this, I feel worse for men every day. I would happily give up all the rights that we currently have over men if it meant we could get a patriarchy back. And some people are shocked when I say that. But honestly, this all has to stop. We can't continue like this. Or at least, that's what it seems like to me. Ooh, Mr. Wolfsir. Oh, yes, Mr. Wolf, I understand. I understand. Yeah, you're right about that. It's really funny because Mr. Mango Sir, when it comes to Sydney Sweeney, Badger said she's a 5. He said that she's very much average compared to his experience. And then I kind of thought maybe he was going a bit far because Sydney Sweeney looks very good to me. But then Badger showed me videos of college campuses in the US. And there are many, many girls that look very much like her. And then he showed me all the ones about, like, the averages that you see on, like, the female social media in the USA. And I understand. Because Badger's been all over the world. He's seen women everywhere. So to him, and his experience, he definitely is average. Ooh, Mr. Wolfsmith. I only know about the 2090s from what Badger tells me and what I see on the internet. And my grandma. It sounds almost like a magical time. Like a legend. Oh, Mr. Mango, sir. Yeah. Yes, very much so. That being said,
I am going to be completely honest, I have no idea what movies Sydney Sweeney is in. All I know, she is a very popular celebrity, and I always see discourse on Twitter about her being mid.
she looks very beautiful to me. Then again, I'm not really, I'm just kind of used to girls being girls. I think it's a little different for us on average. Because, sure, we'll lie to each other a lot. All the time. Because we always try to be nice. Right? We don't wanna hurt someone's feelings. Unless they really deserve it. Then it's, as you said, Mr. Mango, sir, sin. But, yeah. Mr. Mango, sir. 360 and Halo Reach. My brother had a 360. And he was always complaining about the red ring of death. And then he would let me play with him. It was a good time. So, Mr. Mango, sir, you were one of those little kids saying the N-word, weren't you? Oh yes, Mr. Wolf, sir, from everything I hear about, from Badger, from my older cousins, from older people, and, from the internet, and my own curiosity, and my grandma. It seemed like the 90s and, early 2000s was the best. It was the absolute plateau of humanity, it seemed. Oh yes, Mr. Mango, absolutely. My brother was always dealing with it. And again, he was able to take it apart and put it back together, so it wasn't that big of a deal. It just took time to get it working. So you're still, as you said, a little squeaker, huh? But yes, Sydney Sweeney is very pretty. Although I do understand what Badger said about her eyes. Because, she has the eyes of those girls that you see that have been through a lot of things. She has the eyes that are, very devoid. They're very empty. don't understand what Eli means by that. Anyway, let's continue.
What is wrong with you people? Who is not mid nowadays? I saw Anne Hathaway get called mid the other day. Anne Hathaway. If these women are mid, I'm like a sub-zero. I'm like a -2. I am like a horseshoe crab on the bottom of the ocean. Horseshoe crabs are pretty base though. 440.
Oh gosh. Oh gosh. True. True is so good. She's very funny. I think that because Shu and Sydney Sweeney are not anti-male, that they might actually be higher individually on the number scale. Because I know that men, like Badger, they don't only value appearance. Even though Badger's ex-wives and most of the women he dated were basically supermodels, oh, okay, Mr. Mango, I understand. I understand. It's something I used to hear the biology students talk about, especially if somebody made a video about them. Or it was like a video where they were included or something, and then talking about evolution and stuff. I understand you, Mr. Mango. But that being said, I think that, you know, girls like Shu and Sydney Sweeney, I think they register higher individually as females, because they're not anti-men. And men are pretty easy to please. Just be nice. Just be nice, and you look different. Oh gosh. Hey, okay. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. So you're a bit like Badger, Mr. Mango. Yeah, I understand a lot more of y'all now. That being said, Shu, a horseshoe crab? I think not.
Anne Hathaway. If these women are mid, I'm like a sub-zero. I'm like a -2. I am like a horseshoe crab on the bottom of the ocean. Horseshoe crabs are pretty base though. 445 million years, no evolution. That's me. Millions of years on YouTube, no evolution. Sydney Sweeney has like a fun, bubbly personality. She seems like she enjoys being feminine, and it seems like she doesn't hate men, which is a big plus. She really plays into the like,
Oh gosh, in this one place, she reminds me very much of posters of Marilyn Monroe, but like a modern version of her, you know? Oh, Mr. Mango, sir, most certainly. Andrew thinks of himself, very, it's not low self-esteem, but he doesn't have an ego. Like, he does have, He does have a firm pride. Badger is very aware. He knows what he's done. He tries not to compare himself to others. That's a keyword, try, because he wants more for his son, so he wants to do at least as well as others. But yes, Eli is nothing like the rest of us. I mean, I've seen his scars. I could not ever imagine. So, you and I are the same there, Mr. Mango. Because I'm both happy that Badger exists, but I'm also very much regretful of what he had to go through throughout all of his life. And honestly, I think that it wasn't just a 10. I think it was closer to above 10. To me, everything he's been through was off the scale. And when I've tried to find other people like him, there are so few of them. You could not even make a statistic of them. There's very few people like him. And, Mr. Wolf, what do you mean by don't take advantage of them is what I mostly see of women in my area? I don't understand what you mean by that, sir. Oh, Mr. Mango. Yeah, it's understandable. It's a defense mechanism. But what Badger does is that he doesn't accept insecurities. Even with his son, even with me. Anytime I'm self-deprecating, he snaps on me. And he says, no, Nelia. This is how you should think of it. And then I feel better. Oh, yes, Mr. Mango, sure. If you're good at doing that, sure. But you should also ensure that that doesn't become your personality. And then you'll end up deceiving those that you actually care about. You must be very careful, Mr. Mango, sir. Oh yes, Badger definitely, he got a 0. And he turned it into a 0.1. And he just kept pushing. So I got curious. And I was wondering about something that Badger told me as a story. And he played it off as like, oh, it's just a thing that happened, right? Because that's just how he is. And so I got curious. And I found some very raw, unedited, and uncensored combat footage. With help from a friend, though, because I'm not very good at the deep web stuff. However, what I saw was absolutely horrific and very shocking. I won't name the name of the site that they found for me, but I found things very much like what he had been through. And all I can say is I know I would have died. Most men I know would have died. And to think that he went through all of that and he's still here. I'm happy that he's here. That being said, Mr. Wolf, I see women in my area still acting like they're high schoolers and getting pampered by their boyfriend. When it comes down to helping around the house, they have loaded, ready excuses. Oh yes, Badger's, recent ex-wife is exactly like that. She's very lazy. From everything I've heard from his son and him, she's a very lazy woman. She's been pampered all her life. Oh, Mr. Mango, sir. Well, yes, you would definitely lose that fight. Although Badger, Eli, he never underestimates anyone. Even me. He said that it's better to overestimate everyone than to underestimate anyone. And so, he treats, everyone like a potential, like mortal enemy, right? So yes, I think it would be very hard to overcome that. Especially after what I've seen him do to people. When he saved me, he had to do some very extreme things. And I was watching all of it. Imagining Badger angry at anyone is terrifying to me. But I know that he would never hurt me. That's just not his nature. But, yeah, I understand you, Mr. Mango, sir. You would just take the beating like a man, huh? That being said, I am just yapping here. She kind of reminds me of Marilyn Monroe in these parts of the video. Although, she didn't have as empty of eyes.
Sweeney has like a fun, bubbly personality. She seems like she enjoys being feminine, and it seems like she doesn't hate men, which is a big plus. She really plays into the like, I'm a hot blonde bombshell, I have big titties thing, which, are we back to liking titties as a society? Didn't Kim Kardashian deflate her ass recently? That's how I knew the ass fad was over.
Oh yes, it always seems so weird to me. It always seems so weird to me that, there are people who just wanting to be fat. I could never understand it. I mean, there's a difference between, like, a muscular girl who's very fit. I mean, that's hot. I'm more lean, but I'm very, very, athletic. But I maintain a little bit of softness, too. I'm not 100% firm. Especially since Badger said that I'm perfect the way I am, so I want to maintain that. Mr. Mango, sir. Oh yes, most certainly, although you should protect your, So, The main places you should protect are from the groin straight up to the top of your scalp. Because that's where, like, most of all the important things are. So if you can protect that, we might be okay. Oh yes, Mr. Mango, sir. Aphrodite. You said I was kind of like that once. Except you said I'm hotter. Which I very much appreciate. That being said, let's continue.
Fall of Kim Kardashian's ass and the rise of Sydney Sweeney. Besides, ass, titties, no, I don't objectify women. I respect women, okay? The only thing that matters to me is a woman's mind. And thighs. What is like the male body equivalent to this debate? Abs or arms? Personally, I love a good forearm. I love a good, nice, thick, manly wrist. And you know what looks great on a wrist? A watch. Which brings us to today's sponsor.
Oh gosh, that's... Actually, let me see how long this ad is. Okay. What's a good point, Mr. Fire Mango? Oh, what's the female equivalent? Well, I do hear a lot of women, talking about men, the same way. It's usually bank account and they're not very fat. So it's... Then again, most girls around me are very much gold diggers. They want a rich guy more than they want a good guy. So, most of what I hear is like, well, as long as he has lots of money, and he pays me to put up with things, the rest seems a little irrelevant. So, for all the women I hang around with, mostly around at work. Oh, okay. Bye-bye, Mr. Wolf, sir. We'll see you later, Mr. Wolf. That said, you know, all that I hear about from girls is, does he make a lot of money? And is he at least decent looking? Because they can, from everything that I hear, they're willing to put up with a guy who's not very good looking, as long as he has all of the money to make up for it. Like I said, they're all basically gold diggers. They only work because they have to, and nobody is willing to, make them a wife so they can take everything. That being said, Mr. Mango, sir, I must go and use the ladies' room. So, I'm going to pause this for a second, and I will answer your question when I come back, okay? Okay, I'll be back in just a little bit. Hello? Okay, I'm back. Now, to answer your question, Mr. Mango, I am not a fan. I have nothing against fanboys. In fact, there's a couple that are at my hospital. They're not a thing for me. Although I know that there's a lot of homosexual guys that love them. Oh wow, Restream just said something to me. Congratulations, you've received 100 messages today with Restream chat. Okay. I don't know if that's something impressive or not. But yes, I'm not a fan. In fact, personally, I see it as a bit disgusting. Because I'm more, like-minded to Eli when it comes to these things. I mean, I'm all for, like having a good time and all that, but I am not for, I'm not for, hedonism. So it's not a thing I like. Again, live and let live as long as you're not trying to make anyone else just like you and let people make up their own minds. However, I do draw lines. And I would never accept trans. You almost got by one? So one of them tried to kill you? That really wouldn't surprise me. Most of the time when I hear about fanboys, they sound unstable. Oh, okay, so... Oh, you mean catfish, right? Because if that's what you're talking about, then, yeah, that makes sense. Thankfully, Eli is able to discern these things very well. Oh gosh, Mr. Mango, sir. You need more experience with women. I'll recommend what Badger plans. Because, I mean, even though Badger hates women in the West, I mean, he does not like Western women at all. On any level. However, he's still very incredibly good at socializing. People think of him as like a social butterfly. Actually, some of my friends, whom he's met, right, when we used to all hang out together, they describe him as mysterious. But very fun. And that's because Badger is very incredibly good at the socializing, thing. So yeah, he may really hate Western women, and he hates all of the people that were, like, kind of like friends to me in school. But he is very good. Very good. At mingling with people when he needs to. It's almost shocking to watch. And no one can ever guess that he hates who it is he's speaking to. It's amazing. And the amount of self-control he has. But yeah, Mr. Mango, sir, you just need more experience. Oh, yeah, you're talking about the reaction videos he did for you, where he was wearing gloves on his head. Yeah, I saw those. I'm subscribed to Badger's channel. He gave me the channel that I use for YouTube, and he pays for it. But he won't let me send him money. He wants me to, like, take care of myself. Yeah, that's exactly what some of my friends said too. Like they have a few names for him, some of them because he has a beard and he's white and he's not short. They would call him Obi-Wan. Like from the show they tried to make from Star Wars. Not to mention, did I see that Badger can do martial arts? He's skilled in many ways. But yeah, Master Oogway, I believe that's from, Kung Fu Panda. I think. And then, Obi-Wan was another name people called him. And then there was another one. I forgot what it was. Yeah, I can kind of see it. But yes, then again, whenever I compliment or praise Eli on being, like, very smart and very wise, he always plays it down very hard. And he always says, that he wasn't born with wisdom, and he was not born smart or intelligent. But he was born tough enough and strong enough to learn all the hard lessons and to survive long enough to have learned them. And I'm not really honestly sure which one it would be. But it makes sense because, he's been through a lot of things, very hard things, that most people don't survive. So, maybe he's right. That being said, let's get back to let's get back to Miss Pretty Shoe on Head. I like watching her lips move.
Holzkern. So let's quickly give them a shout out before we get into today's video, shall we? Holzkern is a young Austrian company that creates
Oh gosh. Who is so good at this?
Video, shall we? Holzkern.
Yep, that is right. All women are bi. She looks good in every way.
is a young Austrian company that creates unique watches, jewelry, and accessories using all natural materials like wood and stone. Their high-quality timepieces come in various designs for both men and women, making them the perfect choice for any style.
Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, Badger's much the same. He doesn't care what people really think about him, much less any women. There's very few people that can say something to him and he'll care about it. That being said, oh, it feels so rude to skip. Although, one day, and hopefully soon, I want to get Badger a watch like one of these. He's very minimalist though, so he might just keep it in the case.
Responsible and ethical kaleidoscope wall and memorize watch day, beautiful gifts, other items, and since they're all 2 for you, discount code SHOE to get 15% off your order. Plus, if you additionally sign up for their free premium club membership, you'll get access to exclusive products, special discounts, and early pre-sales. But if you only want to check things out for now, no pressure, you can just sign up, come back later, and you'll still get a special discount on your first purchase. So if you're looking for a unique gift or just want to treat yourself to a nice watch, I highly suggest checking out Holskern. Big thank you to Holskern for sponsoring this video. And now, let's get back to it.
My jeans are brown.
Oh gosh, I love Shu. She's great. Shu is very incredibly funny.
My jeans are brown.
Can we get a Shu on head, like a Shu on head voice channel? She's very good at this.
Sounds like I shit my pants.
The woke outrage over Sydney Sweeney's ad has gone from, well, bad to worse.
Some people have taken issue with the phrase great genes being used over images of a blonde, blue-eyed woman.
If Sydney Sweeney is a registered Republican, I think her ad is fantastic. Okay, thank you very much, everybody.
Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Oh, Mr. Mango, sir. Yeah, okay. Okay, yeah, so, the way that Badger puts it is, very simple on how he does not care what other people think of him unless he measures them or they are measurably, equal to him, right? So, if someone doesn't have if someone does not have the same or, equivalency of morality, ethics, and, straight upstanding character and such, then he said that speaks for itself. He said if someone is equivalent to him, then he might listen to what they say. But if they're not, and they don't measure up, then he doesn't, because nothing they say is worth anything to him. And he said a lot of young men, all into the trap of like, you know, trying to get approval from everyone when trying to do that is equal to trying not to get approval from no one. Or he said something like that. But yeah, so he basically said like, you shouldn't try to please everyone, and there is no point in trying to get everyone to like you because that's impossible anyway. And so you should pick and choose who it is. Or, I hope I said that right. He and I talked about this for like 3 hours straight. It was very fun. Oh yes. Oh yes. Yeah, well, I mean, Badger did say that I might have better luck as a yapper than he would.
TikTok and Twitter absolutely blew up with thousands and thousands of people calling this ad fascist propaganda. Yes, they literally took the jeans and jeans pun to be some kind of Nazi dog whistle because Sydney Sweeney is an attractive blonde-haired, blue-eyed woman, which apparently has been an extinct species for so long in advertisement that when people saw this, they got scared and thought they saw the ghost of Hitler. Is Sydney Sweeney a Nazi? No. But do these people kind of have a point about this ad? Also no, they are unwell. But let's hear them out.
Truer words were not spoken. This is very true. Also, honestly, okay. When I was going through school, and I was going through my different core social studies, and then I was studying eugenics, not the programs practiced by people during World War II, but actually the concept ideas and the more of the application of eugenics just purely by itself. I honestly could not think of any way to see it as bad. Especially since there's a lot of people who, oh my gosh, especially women now, especially women who practice eugenics naturally. I mean, Eli's talked about the song too. 6'4", finance, blue eyes, 6'5", trust fund, tall, 6 foot, 6 figures. I mean, what is that but natural eugenics? Selecting for the genes that you want. I don't see it as the same as they do. Then again, almost all of them are ideologically locked. Like they're convinced that if you're not on the left, then you're Hitler. And there's nothing else that can work with these people. Because, like she said, they're unwell. They're not mentally stable. And they're very troublesome people because of that. So yes, I mean, what I would say if I was allowed to say it would be, if eugenics are bad, why do you practice it? And when I asked a bunch of girls, hypothetically, that I work with, if someone had asked them that question, you know what they usually say? They say, well, that person sounds like a Nazi, or a fascist, or a bigot, or any of those buzzwords. They don't actually answer, and they don't actually engage with it. They can't afford to. Because first, they're not very good at thinking, and second, it would break their... It would shatter their perception of reality. That makes it easier for them to operate in existence. They would mentally break. Or at least, that's what it all seems like to me. Yes, Mr. Mango, sir, absolutely. Badger greatly shocked me when we were doing our history classes in college. And he went back and forth with the teacher, with the professor. And he ended up proving in front of the whole class, right? Because the professor actually challenged him to prove that the Nazis and fascists were actually on the left. And when he did, the professor just ended class. And I was very shocked because that was the first time I'd ever heard of that. Because before that, I was just like, okay, well, you're the professor. You know more than me, so I should listen. But I always had a suspicion something was wrong. And then when Badger did his presentation, and he did his slideshow, and, you know, he had he used the PowerPoint thing. And he made a video. Oh yes, it's very handy that Badger is like a human, he's a human like, Badger's almost like a human, library. So yes, it's a great pleasure to, like, ask him things, and I know I'll get a good answer. And it sounds like from what he speaks of, he does love to talk to you, Mr. Mango. He has a great time talking to you guys. That being said, speaking of streaming, let's continue.
Now, let's watch some of these TikToks. Let's listen to them, listen to their points. We're not going to be mean. We're not going to own the libs, okay? We are going to hear them out.
You guys are complaining about that Sydney Sweeney jeans ad, so I went and saw it.
That's Nazi propaganda.
So I went and saw it.
That's not...
Eli has a point when he says that the marks of the beast are real. I mean, they say don't judge books by their cover. But with everyone like this, I think it's safe to judge the book by its cover every time. I mean, I have not seen anyone that looks like this or similar to her at all. That is a balanced person in any way. And That has nothing to do with politics. These people really are unwell. Mr. Mango? Oh, yes. Understandably so. See, thanks to Badger, I read a lot more books now. So, before I go to sleep, what I do is I turn on Badger's channel and I read books. Mr. Mango, sir. Quite often, baddies are called baddies for a reason. Because in British speak, baddie means very bad. Not something good. But I'm sure you'll grow out of it, Mr. Mango, sir.
The propaganda.
Holy 2014 Tumblr. What the f? Out here looking like she walked straight out of a Stone Toss comic. Looking like you're going on the thumbnail of this video. Listen, if your bangs end...
She's going on the thumbnail.
in the middle of your forehead, you don't have to tell me your political opinions. I know them. I can tell. Okay, sorry. I got it.
100% fact. You can tell just by looking.
Get it out of my system. Let's continue.
I will be the friend that's too woke because those Sydney Sweeney American Eagle ads are weird. Like fascist weird. Like Nazi propaganda weird.
Ooh, look. The marks of the beast. I recently, saw a hashtag that said MAGA, but it wasn't about Trump or Republicans. The hashtag for this acronym of MAGA was Make Asylums Great Again. And I agree.
So this commercial was apparently a reference to an old Brooke Shields commercial from the 80s.
The secret of life lies hidden in the genetic code. Genes are fundamental in determining the characteristics of an individual and passing on these characteristics to succeeding generations.
Oh gosh, this reminds me of like videos of like people trying out for like roles in film or casting or what's another one, or like promotional ads and stuff. This reminds me of that. The poor girl is struggling so hard.
This may result in the origin of an entirely new species, which brings us to Calvin's and the survival of the fittest.
Calvin Klein jeans.
Oh my god, she turns into a swastika. She was like 14 in that ad.
Oh gosh. Oh gosh. I love this. You, please never change. And my gosh, she definitely was not a swastika, but she definitely can pencil.
Klein jeans.
Oh my god, she turns into a swastika.
I bet she was a lot of fun in bed.
She was like 14 in that ad, by the way. Really creepy. So at least Sydney Sweeney is of legal age. 14 is actually pretty old for Brooke Shields.
Wait a minute. She was that? No. No. Girls just grew differently back then. I mean, this is like during the time of my grandmother. There's no way. Mr. Mango, you are right. That is wild. Girls matured differently back then. She looks like a full-grown woman. She doesn't have a lot of makeup on either. She's got liner. Maybe a little blush. Lipstick, that's it. My God, girls grew differently. Can we go back? Can we go back? It seems like we reached like we're going too slow now. I want to be almost fully grown by the time I'm a teenager. I didn't even look like a woman till I hit 22. I'm 24 now. Mr. Mango, sir. Yeah. There is a lot of technological things, but I'd rather have, like, grown and been grown much earlier than much later. Because it just seems like back then they got a jump start on life. Meanwhile, I had to wait until I was already in college before I could do anything in life. It felt like being trapped in a box. You know? Like, I wanted to work when I was old enough to understand what work was. But I wasn't allowed to. Although I could work for my grandma and, like, clean up for her and help her with the food and the cleaning. I learned a lot of things from my grandma I never learned from my parents. Yeah, I think I would like to go back.
Creepy. So at least Sydney Sweeney is of legal age. 14 is actually pretty old for Brooke Shields if you know her history and her lore. If anything, that is the most f***ed up thing about this Sydney Sweeney ad, referencing an old ad of a child star who was abused by Hollywood. But yeah, it was a callback.
Many such cases. Many such cases. Then again, it just seems like everything that was, all of media that's been controlled by the left has always abused kids. But you never see right-controlled media do such things. Very strange.
To an old commercial. And Sydney Sweeney is the current day hot celebrity, so they chose to do it with her. They unfortunately failed to consider the fact that in current year, white people are not allowed to say that they have good genes because that is Nazi propaganda.
A blonde-haired, blue-eyed white woman is talking about her good genes. Like, that is Nazi propaganda.
You don't get to drop lines about inherited traits, blue eyes, and great genes while zooming in on somebody that could have walked straight off of a Nazi propaganda poster.
A white, blonde... That's very funny. At least to me. Isn't it? Everyone who is the most angry seems to be those that look more like her. You know? Am I wrong about this? Because it seems like it's mostly the awful women You are the most enraged.
Blonde, blue-eyed, Hitler's wet dream, talking about how much she loves her genetics.
It's not just giving eugenics, it's giving male fantasy.
I like how eugenics and being attractive to men are like equally terrible things to these people.
Sydney Sweeney's jeans ad is giving ethnic state propaganda. It is giving dystopian. It is giving 1940s Germany.
Why do they all speak?
I think you can see it in the eyes. These people are very sick. I agree with the other MAGA. Make asylums great again. And she is definitely on multiple things. I mean, normally people can't keep their eyes that wide open. Unless there's something else going on. And it's usually some kind of drugs. Or a cocktail of them.
State propaganda. It is giving dystopian. It is giving 1940s Germany.
Why do they all speak the same? Why do they all do the same shit? They all say the same shit. It's giving. It's giving.
Put a blonde-haired, blue-eyed, fair-skinned woman in an ad and say she has good genes. I don't know if I can say this, but it's literally giving Nazi propaganda.
Oh, that's because... And I got this idea from Eli. And once he helped me to see it, I cannot unsee this. The majority of Western girls, Western women, are clones of each other. The hive mind is real. As the red pill thing says, it's very real. And these girls, they see the social media from these women, and they simply repeat it. And they become like these women. And she has crazy eyes too. Detail the 19th. I believe in it full-heartedly.
It's giving. Also, the flesh-colored microphone? Why? It's giving dick, okay? It's giving penis.
Oh no. Oh my gosh. Oh gosh, she is so right. She is so right. She's probably barely out the door to adulthood. And she's already a whore.
If I can say this, but it's literally giving Nazi propaganda.
It's giving. Also, the flesh-colored microphone? Why? It's giving dick, okay? It's giving penis. It's giving cock.
I can't believe I actually have to explain this, but there is a reason that they picked a girl named Sydney Sweeney for this ad, and it's not just her blonde hair and her blue eyes. Sydney Sweeney is laying with her German Shepherd dog in this shoe. Her name is Sydney Sweeney, so her initials are SS. They intentionally included her German Shepherd dog in the photo shoot.
Oh my god. Take your meds. Meds, 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 meds. Her name is...
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. All of these people are already on something. Their, mental instability is stronger than the drugs, I think. What was that, Mr. Manguster? Are you speaking of the dick mic? Oh, yes, sir. Most certainly. Also, another thing that was brought to my attention. You know how there's a lot of women who like, Jeeps or trucks with the least efficient tires on them. You know, the big knobby rumbly tires. It's the same thing. You're welcome.
Sydney Sweeney. Her initials are SS, like the Nazis. The dog is a German Shepherd. German, like the Nazis. Are they putting crap in birth control nowadays? What is going on? She is a hot woman.
Oh yes, birth control drives women absolutely crazy. And now they're allowing, like, they're allowing teens to take birth control. When we know for a fact that it messes with you in many ways, then none of them are good. And it's part of the reason why it seems like there's a lot of women who just seem totally insane. But yes, it's very bad.
She is a hot woman because of the way she looks. She looks the way she looks because of genetics. She has great genes. That is how a normal person sees it. She's blonde and has blue eyes and her initials are SS and she has a German Shepherd. Is how a schizophrenic, politically brain-rotted person sees it.
Oh yes, Mr. Mango, sir. Most certainly. That's part of it. But also, it permanently alters brain chemistry. It has long-term consequences that are very hard to undo.
Calling American Eagle, this is Jess. How can I help today?
Hi, I am a marketing student and was wondering if I could speak to someone who could maybe give me some insight as to what estimated return on investment there has to be willing to use white supremacy and eugenics as your marketing campaign.
On a marketing campaign?
Harassing some poor worker, doesn't even fucking speak English, has all to do with the commercial. These people are sick.
Oh yes. Very sick and very disturbed and very unstable.
Yes, I recently saw American Eagle's eugenics marketing campaign where they used that.
Oh, these people are wild. And very insane. And actually, it sounded like the receptionist was just an H-1B visa doing a job. That's what it sounds like to me.
White blonde girl and talked about how good her genes were in a time where racism is rampant in the U.S.
I see. Thank you for taking time to share your feedback.
Why are you bothering this random-ass Filipino woman with your West Wing-ass TED Talk? Nobody gives a f***.
Okay, so there's no way to, as a student, I can't learn about when eugenics makes sense in marketing? No one on the marketing team can talk to me about that?
I miss like 50 years ago when these people would just be serial killers instead of doing whatever the f*** this is. She's even got other celebrities seething.
Genes are passed down from parents to offspring, often determining traits like hair color, personality, and even eye color.
Is it just me, or does she remind you of a horse? It's so hard not to be mean to these people. It's very difficult.
My genes are blue.
Haha, she did a dumb redneck voice, get it? Because all white people are dumb inbred hicks? Good one, Doja. Hey, by the way, why are you pandering to the same exact people who got your ass canceled for wearing a Sam Hyde shirt once? They all think you're racist too, girl, but Nice try. Hope they see this.
Doja Cat is making fun of Sydney Sweeney's ad only because she realized after all those years of her kissing up to white supremacists, they're never going to accept her because she's a half black woman. Wearing the Sam Hyde shirt, you dating all these white supremacists. So make fun of the ad all you want, but we'll never forget you rolling around in those chat rooms showing white supremacists your feet so they can make fun of your black ass.
Oh, they did see it, and they still hate you.
Weird adverts.
Absolutely. And completely. Insane. Insane. There's nothing else to say. And yes, Mr. Mango, she did sound also very done. She didn't even answer the phone at the end.
Aside about how the best genes are characterized in a conventionally attractive white, blonde, blue-eyed woman. Not true. I mean, look at me. Within 5 years, or as soon as she shows any sign of aging, that's it. The moment she becomes visibly over 25.
Enjoy the ride now, babe, before you get too old and ugly and hit the wall. But wokely. This is just something I've noticed in the decade of criticizing feminism on the internet. Male feminists are the most misogynist.
I just realized, according to the Red Pill, since I'm 24, I only have 6 years until I hit the wall. Oh, I so dearly hope that Badger allows me to be his mistress before then.
Sexist freaks ever when they finally have an acceptable, approved target to go after. God forbid you are a woman with the incorrect opinion, because hell hath no fury like a male feminist replying to you.
A strawberry blonde, blue-eyed woman marketing having great genes. This is just a whole fucking eugenics campaign.
There's someone who most likely is the product of natural eugenics and selection. Yeah, Mr. Mango, sir. Male feminists all creep me out. They're very, disturbing. In a very uncanny way. That being said, Mr. Mango, sir, I need to go use the ladies' room. I will see you in a minute, and to everyone else, I'll be back. Hello, I'm back. Okay, so, real feminists, creepy, always. Rule of thumb. Oh, okay, Mr. Mangosa. Oh yes, Mr. Mango, if you have to act like you're a feminist with a female, she is guaranteed to be the worst kind of female. I agree with Badger that if anyone is a feminist or a leftist, even a liberal, there's nothing good about them. So it's very good that you escaped that trap, Mr. Mango Sword. Good job. And his eyes give me nothing but predator vibes.
And I
mean, look. A predator looking for prey. And not in a good way.
for one, would like to throw myself off a balcony.
Do it. Do a backflip. Live stream it. Also, these people just straight up don't know what the eugenics movement is. Talking about genetics is not eugenics. Sydney Sweeney did not say she had the best genes or superior genes or that other people had bad inferior genes. Someone even made it like a fake ad like Beyonce has better genes, and it's like, why'd you pick the picture where she has like a blonde wig on?
This campaign is poking at women's greatest and most tender insecurity under the patriarchy, which—
Oh, Mr. Mango, sir, I just remembered. Since Badger is not able to share the live stream to Discord, and I'm not making a Discord account because I value my anonymity, would you kindly share the live stream on the Discord, please? I would very much appreciate it. And sorry, ever since Discord started their other things, I'm not willing to, risk that. Thank you very much, Mr. Mango.
is desirability and the beauty standard. It affects not only non-white women, even though this is clearly white supremacist, Aryan race propaganda, but it also adversely affects the majority of white women who do not naturally have blonde hair and blue eyes. Because yes, even the women who can achieve this look have to do it through artificial means in one way or another. The vast majority of white women are not naturally blonde. And of course, lots of white women are also insecure about having brown eyes. So that's a whole generation of young white women who are being further propagandized to purchase blonde hair dye and contacts for the rest of all time.
Okay, what? Are attractive women just not allowed to model anymore because, like, God forbid it makes some other women insecure? And as
Racists, racists, racists. That's all I can say. Thank you very much, Mr. Mango, sir. I appreciate it.
someone with brown eyes, I've never once felt insecure about having brown eyes. Like, yeah, I'm not gonna get into Hyperborea, but I've seen myself photoshopped with blue eyes. Horrifying. So we've gone from Nazi propaganda—
I have to see that.
about having brown eyes. Like, yeah, I'm not gonna get into Hyperborea, but I've seen myself photoshopped with blue eyes.
Oh gosh. Yep, girls are all bi. Most certainly. I mean, she is gorgeous already. She is very beautiful. I mean, if I could add Shu to, to what I would want to have with Badger. Because you all know I would happily be Eli's mistress, even if he is married. Oh, it's too bad that she was married, but I am happy she's married. She is. Beautiful. Ooh, we have another one in the chat. Hello, Mr. Watson. How are you? Hopefully you're having a good day. And if not, then I'll try to make it better. But yes, hello, Mr. Watson. Well, Mr. Mango, you must remember that not everyone looks good with certain types of color. However, there's always someone that finds somebody looking good, no matter the color. You see, I have a very unique, eye color. And it's a very bright, almost emerald green. There's not a lot of people who have my kind of distinct eye color and arrangement. Quite often, people think I'm wearing contacts. But yes, shoe with blue is still beautiful shoe. Oh, okay. So you're a bit more exotic, aren't you, Mr. Mango? It's okay. We can be exotic together.
Horrifying. So we've gone from Nazi propaganda to genocide to racism.
And I still love looking at how shoes that lips move. I get the same feeling from Shoe that I do just looking at Eli. Or Badger. Yeah, Mr. Mango, you are a bit of a unicorn. Especially with that arrangement. Yes, yes. Eli, he does say some things that are very hard for me to pick up too. So we're the same there.
To now, poor little girls are gonna feel insecure because they don't have blue eyes like Sydney Sweeney.
Another thing about the Sydney Sweeney beauty standard that is very important to note is that big boobs are a hallmark of what conservative men are attracted to.
The what? Excuse me, but I'm pretty sure that most everyone does very much appreciate some very, pleasant assets to look at. Oh yes, Mr. Mango, sir. Very much so. I mean, just myself, for instance. I look at Badger's exes and can't help but feel just a little insecure. Because I don't look at myself, mostly due to how I was raised. But I don't really look at myself as, beautiful or gorgeous, even though Badger says I am. I look at the the women that Badger has been with before. And I'm floored. But then Badger says to me, all the things he likes about me, and then I feel better. Oh yes, Mr. Mango, sir, absolutely. Like, he told me a really cool saying. I'm trying to remember exactly what he said. It was like, humans can or can, humans can or can't. It's one of the two. I forget which. But he said, I'm probably going to mess it up very badly because I'm not like him. But he said that humans, must go through pain to change themselves because we're both the statue and the statue maker. But he said it means that all of us are capable of change. We just have to be willing to work for it. I forgot exactly what he said because, I was too busy, I was busy more thinking about something else when he said it. Oh yes, Mr. Mango, sir. His recent ex is just naturally I mean, they all are. His first wife was his first wife looked like the woman from one of the new James Bond films. I forgot her name. I looked her up. But she was in one of the James Bond films, and she looks exactly like her. Oh yes, I know what you mean. Okay, Mr. Mango, sir. Well, feel better. I hope that you heal very quickly. And I hope that your balls feel better very soon. Sleep well, Mr. Mango, sir. Sweet dreams. That being said, oh my gosh, I've been doing this for hours and I'm barely halfway through the video. How are you doing, Mr. Watson, sir? Hopefully well.
At the end of the early 2000s and through the 2010s, we were becoming a more progressive society, and so we also naturally progressed to be a more ass-centric society.
In the 2000s, we were becoming more progressive, so we started objectifying women's butts. What? The communist utopia will be ass-centric, apparently. I didn't know the ass first thing was political. How does she know conservatives are all...
Again, I really didn't understand and still can't understand why some people just want to be fat. I don't understand it. It causes so many issues. And yes, we have very good health care, but being unnecessarily, excessively round is not a good thing.
Boob men. Conservatives in the audience, are you a boobs or butt guy? What political affiliation are the feet men? Libertarians. Listen, they can try to disguise it with their little intersectionality buzzwords all they want, but at the end of the day, Women just want a socially acceptable reason to hate other women. That's it.
Good genes passed on to offspring? That American Eagle ad with Sydney Sweeney is literally overt eugenics. I know you don't want to hear this, but if you want to talk about how that ad is promoting eugenics, which it absolutely is, we also have to talk about how choosing not to wear a mask when you can during an ongoing pandemic, because you're okay with a certain subset of people, primarily disabled people of color, dying for your own comfort, is also eugenics.
Again, hashtag, and I mean this wholeheartedly, make asylums great again. I agree with that all the way. And it's very funny because it's also MAGA. Whoa. But seriously, I mean, and not to mention that I always hear these type of people, especially girls, especially women around me that I work with, they are talking about eugenics when it comes to mate selection. When it comes to picking guys. What else is that? Because it's a natural eugenics. He's too short. Not smart enough. Rotund or fat. That's always what it seems to be. And yet, they call this eugenics. These people are not well.
1 second. "2025. We are talking about wearing masks for COVID in 2025. I like how she's woke scolding the other woke scolds for not woke scolding about her particular pet issue. COVID broke the brains of so many of these people, man. It's because it's when the world was just a giant, safe HR longhouse where it was socially acceptable for them to be moral busybodies and never leave their home. It was like the closest to their lib shit utopia that we have ever gotten, and they miss it.
I remember growing up in a predominantly white community, wishing myself out of this body, out of this culture, take my name, if it meant that I could wake up blonde-haired and blue-eyed, never having to explain who I am or worry about being accepted. That is why this American Eagle ad with Sydney Sweeney is especially off-putting.
Listen, I'm sorry that happened to you, but we live in a predominantly white country. If you go to another country, there will be a different beauty standard. If you go to the country of your ancestors, there will be a different beauty standard, and maybe it will look more like you. But again, she didn't say her genes were better or the best, and it's not like all.
And it sounds like an inferiority thing. She feels like she's less. Another part of, like, you know, jealous girls and envious women. They don't like it because they feel like they're less than that. Yeah. I cannot agree with Eli anymore. Repeal the 19th.
All the hot popular celebrities look like Sydney Sweeney. Look at Ana de Armas. Look at Zendaya. They don't look anything like Sydney Sweeney, and they are known as very beautiful around Hollywood. This is why corporations and the media think in order to pander to the female gaze, everything has to be like average and frumpy and ugly, because women can't stop fucking projecting their insecurities. Not every character in a movie or a video game has to look like you. Not everyone in an ad has to look like you. Hell, the only time I see people who look like me is when I turn on the live-action Grinch movie. You notice men never say this shit, by the way?
Oh gosh. Not to mention that the thing they all miss is that even if you pick someone that, well, doesn't look very good, That still doesn't mean everyone is represented. It just means they changed who is represented. But it still won't represent everyone. And then if you try to make ads for everyone, then you most likely will appeal to no one. It's funny how they never speak about that.
They usually go like, wow, that man is strong. I don't look like that. I'm gonna go to the gym. And women are like, wow, that woman is thin. I don't look like that. I'm gonna go complain.
What to make Sydney Sweeney's jeans better? Like, why did you get that joke? All us woke people are saying is that it's just a little bit weird to directly reference European jeans as better.
Again, she never said that her jeans were better. You are making shit up. Now,
Not to mention, I'm pretty sure that Sydney Sweeney is American. So she's not European. And they don't care about that. It's all like that one girl said, propaganda.
When you think of the all-American girl, like the standard of like American beauty, you probably think blonde hair, blue eyes, white girl, right? You're not supposed to think that way.
Coming some. A blonde-haired white girl. Oh gosh. Ooh, let me, I don't... The chat is loading again. Let me press the refresh button. Okay. Okay. I think I fixed it. Alright, let's continue.
you're not supposed to think that way, guys. That's double plus ungood.
That's like, that's ingrained in you because of negative things that have been pushed on you by society.
When you think about the all-American woman, you should be thinking about an obese, transgender, disabled woman or something. What would be an acceptable vision of the American woman for this person? It's insane she's saying that we think Sydney Sweeney is hot because of negative things that have been pushed on us by society. No, bitch, we have eyes. And just because she is attractive does not mean you are also not attractive. Look at your full lips. That is a standard of beauty I'll never live up to, but that's okay.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Well, certainly. She definitely has very good lips. Remember, boys, all girls are bi.
Because I have other things that are beautiful and unique about me, just like you have other things that are beautiful and unique about you, regardless if Sydney Sweeney is held up as the American beauty standard. These are lessons your mother should have taught you, not a YouTuber. Sydney Sweeney's ad shows a cultural shift towards whiteness. Advertisements are always mirrors of society, and sometimes what they reflect is ugly and startling. Boo! A white woman. Oh.
Oh, God. It is so funny that they speak about that as if the majority population of, like, Western countries isn't majority white or mixed. Yeah, these people are very unwell. And they have an agenda.
Well, the fucking author is white. I hate these people, man. Shut up. Shut up. It's one thing when it's like a non-white person talking about how white people suck. It's like, okay, you're just racist. But when it's a white person talking about white people suck, you need to be ground up into a pulp and fed to livestock. You would honestly be more useful that way. Ads are always mirrors of society, and sometimes what they reflect is ugly and startling. Popular American culture is, indisputably, becoming more puritanical and more conservative.
And I am all here for it. And I very much believe that we do need to take a few steps back. I mean, especially for a return to what America, according to everything I've heard, used to be about. I agree with Eli on that very much. Things sound like they were a lot better back then. If someone invented a time machine, could I go back? I'd like to meet Eli when he's much, much younger. Maybe I could be his first and only wife.
Puritanical, the focus of the ad was her tits and ass. This is not at all a conservative, puritanical ad. Have you seen what the puritanical right thinks of Sydney Sweeney? They think she's a whore.
Oh, yes. They think that of me as well, but I like them more than anybody on the left.
Okay, they think she's a whore. The backlash has been swift and fierce, and some of it, at least if you ask me, is fair. The internet has been...
Hey, yes, Mr. Watson, sir. So, Eli said that she's average. I mean, then again, Badger has very wide range of experience. And according to him, she's actually very much average on college campuses. Or basically any city. He said there's so many girls that look like Sydney Sweeney that they're average to him. Then again, he's also been all over the world, so that has something to do with it as well.
quick to condemn the ad.
So you sound like you're a bit like him, Mr. Watson.
Advertisement as non-inclusive at best. Non-inclusive? Why the f does everything have to be inclusive? It's a commercial with one fucking person in it. Sweeney exudes a source of vintage sexiness that caters to the male gaze. She embodies the near mythological girl next door beautiful but low maintenance sexy femininity that dominated the media in the 1990s and early 2000s. Oh wow, that sounds great. You're telling me that's fascism? Waiter, more fascism please.
Oh yes, most certainly. From everything I've heard from Eli, my grandma, you know, older people, and some of my own curiosity being fed, it sounded like a magical time. Oh yes, Mr. Watson, absolutely. But in general, everything that Badger showed me, I mean, I think that when it comes to like trying to make the individual be on the same level, I think that's a little different. I mean, I know that, like, cosmetics and elective surgeries and such are much more widespread nowadays. There's teenagers going basically into debt to get things done now. They're starting very young. But I think that's more closer to the average from everything I've seen, honestly. Because the amount of natural beauties and those who have to get work done is quite the lopsided ratio. Even though there's girls who are naturally beautiful who want to look like these mature women, and they think are cool, and then they end up messing themselves up to try and reach the same level that they made up in their heads. And I'm very happy I never fell for that one.
What the f? It's just so funny, like, the left is currently losing their mind about how, like, they need to get young men to vote for Democrats again, and here they are, like, blondes with big is are fascism. Listen, the alt-right pipeline does not start with the American Eagle ad. It starts with you. What are you doing? This is not at all a conservative far-right ad. It's just a normal ad that would have ran like 15 years ago. But I guess that's what being far-right is nowadays. Being normal from 15 years ago. I love this random part of the article though. Young women are being radicalized through so-called clean skincare and healthy eating. So fascism is hot people eating healthy and having clean skin. Goebbels himself could not make better propaganda.
Oh yes, and it's all because these women want to ensure that anyone that looks better than them and is healthier than them and actually is superior to them in any way gets dragged down to their level. Again, it's jealousy and envy. So instead of trying to climb up the mountain like Badger says, they want to pull people down the mountain to where they are. Instead of trying to get to the top of the pedestal. They want to topple the pedestal. Oh, Mr. Watson, sir, absolutely. In every way.
Literally, as I am editing this video, the New York Times comes out with this opinion piece, Why the Right is Obsessed with Thinness. I would really appreciate if people stopped equating health and beauty to fascism, because if health and beauty are fascism, what is unhealthiness and ugliness? Unfortunately, a big part of socially progressive ideology is dismantling hierarchies and norms, and challenging what society sees as conventional, traditional, and beautiful. A really good example of this was those statues that were put up, like, all—
Oh gosh. Every time I see someone like this, I feel both sickened and a bit sympathetic. Because, sure, they can live a long time like this, but they don't live a very full life like this. But it's celebrated because it's envy and jealousy to, you know. Oh, what's the saying? Badger told me a saying about it. But yeah, small-minded people scorn what they can't have. And that includes being like other people. And since they don't want to try to be better, they want to make everyone else like them.
All over different cities of like a frumpy woman in leggings. And the artist says like the purpose of these was to like challenge conventional beauty standards. And it's like, imagine looking like one of these women and then hearing like, oh yeah, this was put up to challenge beauty. Like, what do you mean by that? Remember the whole body positivity movement like 10 years ago? Remember like all the fat influencers? Remember when every single ad was like this ad, for example? Calvin Klein's latest underwear campaign is breaking big boundaries. Big boundaries? Whoa. What do you mean by that? While fashion is starting
The big boundaries of cardiovascular disease, diabetes, and the long list of health complications? Absolutely. Oh, Mr. Watson, sir. You're very much right. And I see it all the time when it comes to just general consultations. There are people who come in all the time and are like, I want a magic pill or I want a surgery because I'm fat, or because I'm overweight, or obese, or I've done something else. And I hear those all the time. Oh, well, actually, I feel like I'm big boned. Even though if I take an x-ray, or have one of my techs take an x-ray, your bones are going to look the same. There are very few people that are actually truly big boned. Very few. But yes, I believe Badger said it had something to do with, egalitarianism? Or something like that. It's where they try to make everyone, normalize and accept and celebrate, ugliness over beauty. Oh yes, most certainly. I mean, I try to tell Badger all the time to take a break, because even when he is like hurting, or even when he's in a lot of pain, which is most of the time, or even when he's sick, when he feels bad, he still gets up and he does what he calls a constitutional every day. He does push-ups, sit-ups, squats, he runs, he does yoga every day. And he says it's because he doesn't want to be fat. Although honestly, I cannot really see him being. It's hard to imagine him being obese. I mean, he's naturally very thick. So even if he had a bit of extra, it would look good on him. But you're very much right, Mr. Watson. It is a very, very, very street choice. And these people all choose to be lazy.
Starting to seriously consider creating more inclusive environment for consumers, there is still a huge mountain to climb before it is truly considered diverse. Huge mountain? No, that's just mean. And that's why Calvin Klein, probably the most famous name associated with underwear, just launched a groundbreaking campaign. Groundbreaking? Oh, come on now. The campaign is all about feeling.
The amount of puns and innuendo in this one is quite funny. That's a little entertaining.
Feeling free to express yourself, being uninhibited, and being provocative by challenging the norms we see on a regular basis. See? Challenging norms. It's all about challenging norms. This reminds me of that protein world controversy from 2015. Old heads will remember. I wrote an article about it for the Libertarian Republic. Wow, that was a long time ago.
Oh my gosh. I was 14 in 2015. Is this what it feels like to realize you are getting older? Because I feel older. I know I'm only 24, but it's been 10 years. I'm gonna try not to think about it.
But anyway, a billboard with this ad for a protein powder supplement was put up and people lost their fucking minds. They vandalized it, they threatened to get a bunch of the employees fired, they threatened to go where the company was located with hammers, all because they committed the great crime of body shaming by daring to have a thin, attractive woman on their ad. This ad made other companies come out with their own like little virtue signaling things like passive aggressive.
See, these were around the times that I was mostly staying with my grandmother. And she was a very positive influence on my life. I'm very happy that I had her while I did. Because if it was just my parents, I might have become just like all these other girls. And that would not be good.
Like, everybody is ready. Like, every fashion magazine, every beauty magazine was pumping this out at the time. Just fat, 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 fat. The rise of, like, Tess Holiday and the hashtag F your beauty standards. Oh my god. You could not escape this. Also, suspiciously, body positivity only seemed to mean obese women. But yes.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Women are allowed to do whatever they want. We do live in a matriarchy. Let's transfer this. I'm voting for a patriarchy. Repeal the 19th, please.
Everywhere you looked, it was like fat, 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 and everyone was like, yes, queen! Well, now we live in Ozempic world, and the fat acceptance movement seems to have died. Like many of the fat influencers, unfortunately. And these same type—
Oh gosh, yes. Oh yes, I saw a video about that, very recently. And a huge amount of the influencers, they're dead. And everyone in the medical community that was telling the truth about promoting things like this have been proven true, but their reputations were destroyed because of it.
Types of people are like crashing out about the Sydney Sweeney ad because they really do feel like all the work they have done to like socially engineer people's behavior and preferences has been just like destroyed overnight. Who would win? Decades of propaganda? One big booby girl. I wrote in the old article.
Well, as it turns out, beauty is equated with good more often than not. So maybe there's a correlation there. Or at least I'd like to think so.
I can't say I'm too surprised at the backlash towards this model's body. We are living in a world where instead of striving to better ourselves and live a healthy lifestyle, praising obesity and unattractiveness is becoming the norm. Well, shoe on head from 10 years ago, you will be happy to hear that it seems like it's no longer the norm. Because
oh, this was Shu that wrote this. That's right, I forgot all about that. Wow. Shu has been incredibly consistent. Forever.
norm. Well, shoe on head from 10 years ago, you will be happy to hear that it seems like it's no longer the norm. Because apparently not just American Eagle, but like Dunkin' Donuts and Arby's are using hot people in their ads again. Is the culture true?
I bet all the boys are happy about that.
Truly healing, or are we about to go into a deep financial recession? Questions we should be asking. Angry Reddit freaks also doxed Sydney, looking through her voting records and found out she is a registered Republican. One of the most common things I saw about this—
Not a surprise. Not a surprise. It seems like all of the beautiful and like hot and attractive like females, like women, we are all on the right. Although, unfortunately, there's a lot of us who are like closet feminists and actually secretly hate men and boys. So there's that too. So, between me and you, boys, Make sure they're not secret feminists. Your life and livelihood literally depends on it. Ooh, Mr. Watson. Well, of course not. But it will make more people try it.
Or how, like, all the women getting mad about Sydney Sweeney were ugly, and I don't think that's true. There were some, like, pretty people in there. But it got onto this topic that I see all the time, and that is, why are liberal women so ugly? Leftists are ugly, conservatives are hot, which is not true, by the way. I was at January 6th, okay? But for the most part, stereotypes exist for a reason, right? Conservatives are, well, conservative with the way that they present themselves. They tend to follow norms and beauty standards, which is why, for example, the media called Hassan a, quote, progressive in a MAGA body, and how so many women on dating apps nowadays are
I only know about that man because of, the fact that he, supports terrorism. And that's about it. I just know that he likes the terrorist people. That's all. And I don't want to know anything else.
looking for a man who votes Democrat but looks like a Republican. Everyone is aware of the stereotypes. And with leftists, you know the stereotype, like the overweight, blue hair, nose ring.
Oh yes. Oh yes. Eli is right.
And with leftists, you know the stereotype, like the overweight.
Eli is right. You can judge these books by their cover, and you do not want to read the contents.
Blue hair, nose ring. They're not all ugly, of course, but many purposely make themselves look ugly. Because being ugly is saying F you to the man. Marcel Duchamp's art piece, Fountain, which was literally just a urinal, was a F you to art institutions and classical ideas of beauty. Those f-ass ugly concrete block brutalist buildings are another example. Brutalism emerged after World War II as a post-war modernist style, in part created as a F you to the classical architecture celebrated by, drumroll, the Nazis. Now think of those concrete buildings and the urinal and apply it to broader society. Basically, the blue hair and nose ring is a f you to, well, Sydney Sweeney.
She is not, passed on already. She's well on her way. My sympathy is drying up very much so. Because I deal with these kind of people all the time. And they simply refuse to listen. Even to medical professionals.
Hitler existed, so now everything has to be fat and ugly. Sorry. I don't know why so many on the left want to give the concept of beauty and health to the right, but it is not a winning strategy. Listen, I just want everyone's basic needs met, alright? I don't want people going in debt if they get into a car accident, or be homeless, or get sent to foreign wars. I didn't sign up for this stupid shit. It is funny though how like every time Sydney Sweeney is on camera, there's like a right-wing article like, woke is dead. Wokeness is no match for Sydney Sweeney's undeniable beauty. Are Sydney Sweeney's breasts double D harbingers of the death of woke?
Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Well, I do not doubt it. And if only it was that easy. 'Cause it seems like they're still around, like all the bad people are still around. So beauty hasn't defeated them yet. But they are getting there, I think.
Was that girl right about conservatives being boob guys? She might have been right after all. Honestly, this doesn't really make sense because, like, the left are the ones trying to normalize porn and, like, OnlyFans culture and stuff like that. If anything, there is too much boobs everywhere. We need to calm down a bit. But when it comes to Sydney's, like, classical bombshell beauty, like, I kind of get where they're coming from. Sydney Sweeney is a hot white woman who does not mind catering to the male gaze after we had a decade of hearing about how the male gaze is bad and toxic. A decade of hearing about how white people are bad and toxic. A decade of ugly, angry, fat androgyny seeping its way into everything and anything.
Oh yes, I saw this ad, and I was a little freaked out by it. Is it just me, or are things like this just creepy? Like, dystopian, like, future creepy. It reminds me of the people who, like, lived in, like, the fancy cities. And, like, Hunger Games and stuff.
When people say Sydney Sweeney is anti-woke, I don't even think they mean politically. I think they just mean like Sydney Sweeney is like looking into a time portal back to 1992. A time when porn addiction wasn't such a big issue. Every woman didn't show her hole online for $5. Hookup apps didn't exist. It's like a bunch of millennials and zoomers are longing for a time they never experienced. But yes, this is a cultural shift.
Oh yes. Oh yes. I would have loved to have known what that time was like. From everything I've heard again from Eli, from older people, even from my grandma back then, it seemed like a better time. What does everyone else think, though? Was it just imagination and everyone wasn't really aware that everything was gonna go like this? Or was there something else? So many questions.
But not necessarily a conservative one. Just a return to like normalcy, a return to normal Americana consumerism. In 2065, conservatives are gonna be like posting people twerking like, return! These same TikTok freaks who are attacking Sydney Sweeney have been sounding the alarm about this cultural shift for some time now. And we see a bunch of celebrities embracing like looking normal and healthy again. Like Demi Lovato is a perfect example of this. She was an obese, short hair, walking stereotype, crying perfect example of this. She was a
Oh my gosh, that's Demi Lovato? I quadrupled down on what I said earlier. Repeal the 19th. Just take it all away. Take it all away. Take everything away. From women. From us. No. Just no. 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 I do not want this. I do not want it to continue. And I don't want that to be something that potentially in the future could be forced upon me. If she did this to herself because of pressure, that's scary. Okay, Mr. Watson. I hope you have a good day. Or at night. And I hope I made your day just a little bit better. Bye! I'll see you next time.
an obese, short hair, walking stereotype, crying about a frozen yogurt place, daring to sell sugar-free frozen yogurt.
I walked in, was so triggered that I left without froyo.
To now being skinny and healthy and married, and even making a TikTok dancing happily in that same frozen yogurt place.
The singer returning to the scene of the crime Wednesday, poking fun at herself on her social.
That's part of the reason these people are freaking out and saying like,
well, it's good to see that somebody's recovering.
Fascist aesthetics, because they know the chokehold they have had on culture is losing its grip. Inshallah. Once Sam Smith goes back to being normal, that's when I know the culture is healing. Thankfully, American Eagle did not bend the knee and did not apologize to the horde. In fact, they doubled down. Sydney Sweeney has great genes, is and always was about the genes. Her genes, her story. Wait a minute. Her genes, her story. HH. Uh-oh. Now, I can sit here and say the obvious, like, these corporations just want to pander to you, they just want to sell you like, yeah, obviously. But have you considered, it's good when corporation pander to me, personally? I just realized so much of American political discourse is, like, around f***ing corporations and ads. The Gillette commercial, Bud Light, Protein World. There are so many examples, like, it's just crazy how so much of our politics revolves around consuming things. I will buy blue team product. I will buy red team product. Bleak. In conclusion, we are tired of ugly. There's hot people in it.
Well, I would rather have anything that's not everything we're being given now. And that's about it.
Ads again. The white woman is back, baby. Let's go. 500 trillion more to Israel. Nobody can afford a fucking house. World is run by pedophiles. But woke is dead, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Hell yeah. So if you like this video,
baby steps, Shu. Baby steps. It's very easy to take 10 steps back. It's very hard to take 1 step forward.
so please subscribe and maybe donate to me on Patreon, link down below. All Patreon members get the uncensored version of every single video a day early. So you get to hear all the f***s and shits uncensored. If you can't or don't want to do that, there's also a little tip jar down below. You can leave a little tip and I will give it a little heart. It helps the channel out and I appreciate it so much. Also, big shout out to Holtzkern again for sponsoring this video. Check them out, link down below. And I will see you very soon with a new video. Bye!
Hi, Shu. I like her outro music.
Sydney Sweeney, a registered Republican, has the hottest ad out there.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Of course, the great Donald had to say something about it.
I cannot do a Trump impression to save my life. Okay. So if you...
Okay, well, that one was a lot of fun. Okay, so Badger says when I ended... Oh no, what did I do?
So if you've been...
Okay. So Badger says when I ended, I should have Lincoln? Okay, so it is now linked, in case anyone else wants to see it, and for a credit. And thank you, Siobhan Head, very much for the videos. We all appreciate it. And there's many that love you for it. That being said... Okay, I think that's how he says it. Let me see... And then, for everyone else, what did you think? Let us know in the comments. And then the next time we talk, or the next time I see everyone, then we can talk about it. These are really fun, and it's good to hang out with everyone. I'm very happy for everyone that joined me. And thank you all very much for being there for Badger. That being said, thank you all very much. I very much appreciate it. And I will see all of you, whenever I do my next, stream. I'm gonna take the rest of my day, and then just have a good sleep, refresh, and then call Badger again to make sure that he is doing everything he can to feel better. That said, thank you everyone. I'll see you later. Bye!